true. At least that's what I found. Nobody is waiting for you to show up to provide business advisory services or legal services or marketing service. You make a name for yourself. How do you distinguish yourself in a crowded field? Now, I think part of the answer, a big part of the page for some course or service that you offer, that's not being helpful. That's marketing a service. What I mean is being helpful to understand, to know about them. When you do a coffee or one-on-one, make it about them and learn what they do. You will distinguish yourself right off the bat. I promise you that this is true because I know quite a few years ago, when I came out of corporate to start my own practice, I had a pretty big network, but it wasn't the kind of network that was oriented toward my local market that I needed to have to be able to support my business. So I had to go build a different kind of network. And the way I did that was by learning about other people and helping them get to where they needed to be, connecting them with helpful strategic referral partners and, of course, a potential client. You won't know where those reciprocations or those vibrations from the universe, if I can say it that way, where they're going to come. A family law attorney for her daughter, who unfortunately was probably headed to divorce court. Now, John, she said, because you know everyone around here, you're going to know the best fit for my daughter. Now, we talked a little bit about, at a high level, about her daughter and what this worried mom thinks that she needs. I steered her away, frankly, from a few attorneys I know who would be probably, I'll just say, not good fits. But then I gave her a couple of recommendations of others that I thought would work out well for her based on what she told me. The point of it is that this lady views me as a trusted advisor to her. It has nothing to do with the service I offer. I mean, she obviously wasn't calling up to ask me about my service and what I sell, but she needed help in a very sensitive situation, and she called me. Now, that's just one illustration of how you get to be a trusted advisor. She knew that if she called me, I was going to be looking out for her best interest because that's the experience that she had with me. Now, in the future, she and her business, well, she may not need my service. But one thing that I can count on from her is that if she hears of anyone that even remotely might need what I offer, she would send them my way with a glowing review. That's the reputation you want to develop. That's the brand you want to have as a professional services provider, whatever service you provide. I'm not saying it's the quickest way to get there, but what I am saying is it's the most sure and reliable way to reach the goals that you want to reach in your professional services practice. And I think it's the most rewarding. Just be helpful. I'm John Ray on the Price and Value Journey. If you'd like to connect with me, go to johnray.co. You can email me at john@johnray.co. And for past episodes of this podcast, go to pricevaluejourney.com or your favorite podcast app.